Hey! Welcome to me inn. Ha ha! It looks like the bard is about to begin. I'll pour ya an ale over the stories, fables, and tales about the swords, sickles, and spells in the depths of the swells. So take a listen to the tales that we spin here at the Carriage Rest Inn.
Guten Tag, and welcome to another episode of Carriage Rest Tales. I'm your host and Dungeon Master Mike, and to my left we have...
Hey, all you scallywags. This is Ryan. I'll be playing Kincaid, the Triton sorcerer. Last episode, Kincaid was very intrigued that there are other magic users in this world besides that of the Torchies.
Hello, this is Nick. I will be playing Vaso, the half-orc barbarian. And last episode, Vaso meets Eldwin, his new crush.
I forgot about that. Hey guys, it's Sam, and I play Woods, the Elven Ranger. And on last episode, Woods is really into Kincaid at this current moment. He casted Gust spell, which is exactly what she was going to do. So she's definitely vibing on him, and hopefully he can hang out with us ongoing.
So I think last time we left off, it was right at the end of combat. Kincaid, you were kind of standing up in a tree, watching a house kind of fall and crush the last remaining pirate. Woods, I believe you were standing on top of a house, hiding behind a chimney stack. And Vasa, you are over by the dock house, which is partially destroyed now. You have successfully saved Eldwin.
Woods is going to jump down off of said building and kind of probably head over to Kincaid.
Go ahead and roll a dexterity saving throw as you jump down.
Oh, we're going to play D&D. 13.
Go ahead and roll a d6.
2.
All right, you take 2 fall damage as you jump down.
I think she's just like so excited that Kincaid is casting magic and he's like there with them. So she's going to run over and talk to him.
I think Kincaid, seeing the ungracefulness of Woods falling out of a tree, is very carefully going to climb out of his tree.
Yeah.
All right. You didn't climb down, so
he's going to take his time.
Okay,
he's find his footing, find the secure branches, exit tree.
So Woods, you jump down, kind of crash land a little bit, get up, and then you just see Kincaid very slowly just picking his handholds and footholds.
He's very strategic like that.
And now she's like, okay.
I'm not in your cool club
Yeah,
anymore.
like he's like, whatever.
Are you okay?
Yeah, no, I'm not like nice magic, man. So like what else can you do? Like what?
Oh, I can't spoil all the surprises at once. He kind of gives you a little wink.
I like this. This is gonna be good.
Let's go check on your friend.
Yeah, where? And she's like, what's this?
He's over by his girlfriend at the dock.
Oh, Vaso?
Yeah.
Oh, I was thinking of Freya. Where'd she go?
Do you want to go find Freya? I'll go check on Vaso.
Yeah, and then where do
We'll meet you at the dock house.
Okay.
And then we need to report to Brandon.
Yeah. Okay.
So first things first. Actually, I'm not going to go check on Vaso first.
Okay.
Kincaid is more interested in the pirates to see if they had any of his homeland gold coins on him.
Okay, that's a good idea.
And then he'll make sure the threat is over, and then he'll go check on Vaso, and then go see Captain.
Okay.
Okay, and Woods is just like trying to follow this list of things that we're supposed to do. I'm gonna go find Freya, and she's just gonna walk away.
Actually, he's going to close the rift. Protect the citizens. Killed it. No. I don't know how he knows this.
You don't know how he knows this?
It's innate.
Now it's in his order.
No, that's what I'm going to do.
Okay, we're going to go with Woods first. You kind of leave to go find Freya. She, you remember, had came around the corner, had seen the commotion and kind of hesitated and paused a little bit. And then in that commotion, you kind of were fighting and everything. So you didn't notice that she kind of just tucked back around. And you see her kind of standing in the back of the courtyard, kind of talking with some of the other elves, kind of being more hushed about it. So you can't hear them from a distance.
Okay, I'm going to approach the group.
I think we should go back and maybe check up and make sure that everything's okay at home.
Hi.
Oh, hi. Yes.
Hi, Freya. Hey, so back there, were you able to help at all, or were you able to cast some of your magic?
Well, I kind of came back here to make sure that no one else was kind of sneaking around, and you guys seem to have the front of the courtyard handled, so I came back here.
Yeah, no, that makes total sense.
Go ahead and roll an insight check.
16.
You probably believe her.
Okay, so can you just remind me, why are you guys here again? Does this happen often? Have these pirates happened before here with you?
I mean, this is the first time we've seen the pirates. But I can't say if it happens often. This is the first time it's happened since we've been in town. But we've only been here for, I think we said 3 or 4 weeks last time.
Okay. Hey, so outside of the pirates, are there any kind of other people that just show up that maybe aren't normal?
I don't know if we'd be able to answer that question, but we really need to get back and check up on our encampment. You know, these pirates being close, we're kind of a little nervous. We want to make sure everything's okay back home.
Yeah, no, I get that.
So-
Maybe we could, maybe we can come visit you guys later. Is that something that would be okay?
I'll have to clear that with our clan leaders, but maybe. But I'm sure we'll be back in town shortly. And then they kind of all start dispersing.
Okay.
She's the last one to kind of leave because she is physically talking to you.
Okay.
But you can all go ahead and roll a perception check.
8 for Vaso.
14.
11 for Kincaid.
All right, so Vasa, you're a little distracted because you're trying to make sure Edwin's okay.
Yep.
Kincaid, you're kind of looking over the pirates and all that stuff.
Are we in during the day?
We are during the day, so you're going to have disadvantage.
I rolled exactly the same.
Okay, so still a 14?
Yes.
Okay. You would notice that as the elves are kind of packing up and getting ready to leave, that they kind of have a little huddle, and then one of the elves each goes and grabs one of the dark shards, and then they start leaving the town in different directions.
Yeah, that's weird.
It is kind of weird.
I'm
So that's why
probably-
you would notice it.
Yeah, I'm going to probably tell them when I'm back with the guys again. I'll report that back.
Vaso, you successfully have saved everything, and then you hear, "Oh, Vaso, thank you for saving me." So exciting. You were fantastic in battle. It is, you can definitely tell you are an experienced man.
Yes, I am. How are you, my lady? Are you hurt at all?
I am not. I'm doing pretty good. And then she's like kind of touching your forearm. But thanks for checking on me. And then she sees one of the elves get in her line of sight, and he kind of like gives her a hand signal. She's like, "Oh, I am so sorry, but apparently we need to head back to our encampment just to make sure that everything's okay. But I really hope I'll be able to see you next time I'm in town. Are you guys going to be here for a while?"
To be honest with you, I'm not sure how long we're going to be here. Is there any way I could come visit you at the encampment?
Well, I don't know if you can come visit me at the encampment, but I have an idea. And she reaches in her pocket and pulls out a little clamshell and hands it to you. If you ever need to get a hold of me, you can just flip this open and you'll get a hold of me. I call it my shell phone. It's like a stone ascending, but it's in this clam. Then you kind of flip it open. When you're done talking, you just close it again.
So it just sends a signal to you?
No, we can talk back and forth. I have a matching one back at the encampment, so we can check in on each other.
Oh, that's cool. What's the range on this type of thing? Does it work from anywhere, or are there
I guess we'll have to find out. I haven't really tried very long
bad service
distance.
areas?
How many bars?
How many bars does it get? Every once in a while, you have to dunk it in some water to charge it up.
The worst part was Ryan put it together about 30 seconds before you actually said it, and his face just like went down.
I'm done.
So go ahead and add to your character sheet. You have a shell phone.
A shelf. Okay.
Oh my gosh.
It's a flip phone.
That needs to be a t-shirt. Shell of sending.
Shell of sending. It's so hard to say shell phone.
It is. Shell phone.
Call me on my shell phone.
You used to call me on my shell phone.
Yeah.
Can you hear me now on my shell phone? Oh, man.
See me now?
Like the sea.
Like to see.
All right, so you have that in your inventory now, and then Eldwin excuses herself and then leaves with the rest of her party.
Hey, no late night talking on your shell phone. All right, mister?
Yeah, man, you got to watch those pearls.
We need parental
There's
controls
late
on your
night
shell phone.
charges.
There's those late night charges. It's free after
Oh, yeah, that's
Nine.
right.
After
Free,
nine,
free
yeah.
after 9 o'clock.
9.
The younger audience won't get that.
No, they
No,
will
the
not.
younger
No, they
audience
won't.
is going to
This
be
is
what's
an older
happening.
audience.
All right, Kincaid, when you are looking around on the pirates, you definitely are going to see just the normal things that they would have. I guess at this point, actually, most of them are dark shards. If you remember
That's
correctly.
interesting.
Remember correctly, last time they had fallen into dark shards.
But the one on the beach did not.
The one on the beach did not. So let's recap that real fast because it's something that you guys might not have noticed.
So they weren't Denoa, but they were dark shards.
Correct. So the
It
pirates.
feels like citizens of Dorma.
so
Which
when the-
makes sense if they're using phase round.
Yeah.
Whatever you all call phase rounds.
So now we know. Okay. So now we go back to like Vaso's original statement that there are citizens, people, non-Denoa, living in Dorma that can evidently come to our side.
So you guys would have remembered from your fight. Now that's kind of relaxing a little bit, and the DM remembered.
It's always a good thing for the DM to
Always.
remember.
You guys saw when the pirates perished that they turned into dark shards. you saw that I think there was 2 citizens of the dwarves that had perished, and they turned into light shards. And you guys did see one of the elven strangers perish, and they turned into a dark shard.
Oh, the elves that are here, and they also grabbed the dark shards and left.
Yep. So at this point, there's no more of the dark shards because, well, you 2 didn't see it, Vaso and Kincaid.
This is just Ryan putting it together.
Yep.
Okay.
But Woods, you
Kincaid
remembered
won't
seeing
know.
that they picked up the dark shards and left. So there's no
Yeah.
dark shards left in the village.
Okay.
They didn't take the light shards, just the dark shards. But as you're looking around at the remains, I imagine like clothes and trinkets and everything falls off of them. You did see that they had a pamphlet. Think of it as like scroll.
A timeshare? I don't want a timeshare. Very interesting. Have I heard of this person at the bottom?
You have not heard of that person or know that
Seen the
symbol.
symbol? Okay. Well, when I talk to people, I will reveal what's on the pamphlet.
So that wraps up kind of all you guys' individual things.
I would say
There's-
Woods is probably going to go. If Kincaid doesn't, Woods is going to go grab the light shard.
I
I
assume you're
don't know
going
what
to
to
go
do with
because
him.
his next directive, I think, was to go find Captain Brandon.
Did I check the ogres too?
Yes.
Okay, and is it possible for me to check the ship, or is the ship no longer there?
The large ship that was in the harbor is no longer there, but the landing ship is still there. Like that little,
Buoy, like John boat.
yeah, the little John boat that they
Oh, so it's
rode
not
in.
like a big ship.
Nope.
Okay.
The big ship, just like the big
It's a
ship,
big
The big
ship,
ship versus the little ship.
You can be a big ship too.
The big ship, just like the Jacques, had to stay out in the bay because it was just too big to get into shore. They'd taken a John boat with just their landing party.
All right. I'm gonna find Vaso and tell him, or first ask, "Are you okay?"
Yeah,
That was some
I'm good.
impressive stuff.
Yeah, I'm good. Vaso's like, he's like high. He's like, feeling good.
Adrenaline.
He impressed
pumped
his
up.
lady.
Oh
like,
yeah, he's coming
like,
off like
yeah.
the rage.
Woods went to go find Freya. I need to check with Captain Brandon. Do you want to wait here for Woods, and I'll come back and find you?
I'll come with you.
Well, one of us needs to tell Woods where we're going. So we either need to go
Okay.
find Woods right now and then go.
I'm headed your way, so I've you can
Okay.
see me coming because I've finished my conversation. I'm gonna catch up with you guys.
Okay.
There she is.
Oh,
She's come.
perfect. All right. I need to
Hey,
go.
guys.
I need to go report to Captain Brandon, and then we need to discuss some things.
And then we got to give him this, and she's gonna pull out the light shard. He collects these, right?
He does.
Yeah, totally.
Okay.
Kincaid forgot. Yeah, he
Yes.
does.
Can she roll an insight?
You can. I don't know what you're trying to incite.
Natty 20.
Okay. What are you
Do I
trying
have to roll twice?
Not for insight, because it's only perception-based things that you're doing.
Okay.
What are you trying to incite, though?
I want to see, because I have now held the light shard that they told me was Nomis's.
Okay.
So now this is the second time I'm holding a light shard. So I want to be able to tell if it feels the same as the other light shard, if it feels different. Like, how do I feel?
You would feel like it feels the same.
Okay.
So I don't know how to answer the question other than you are correct in where I think you're going, in that you're more unsure that the shard you were holding before was Nomis's.
Okay, perfect. That's what I wanted to know.
Just because you don't feel anything different on this one,
Yeah.
and you're like,
Okay.
that's weird. Like, why would it feel the same for me?
I just didn't know if like you picked up a light shard, if it like flashed your memory.
Oh, like a pensive thing in Harry Potter.
Yeah. Like you could feel that
So
person.
you can figure out who it was and
Yeah.
stuff like that. Yeah. All right. So
We're going to see Brandon.
as you guys
Captain.
are looking around for Captain Brandon, you eventually find him talking with Wendell, the mayor of the town. And as you're approaching them, you hear them discussing trying to fortify the town and the ship, the Jacques. And that's what you hear them discussing as you guys are coming into the conversation.
Captain Brandon, were you okay? Were you all attacked by the pirates?
The Jacques did take some damage, but luckily they seemed to be looking for something. I'm not sure what, but
I want to hand him the pamphlet. I think I know what they're looking for,
and he's
and I'll just show it to everybody.
okay.
Well, first, do you know this General Ivanir,
I no, I
or have
doesn't-
seen this symbol?
He's going to kind of pause and then remember that Woods has a symbol of a crescent moon on her neck.
So whoever this, I'll show it to Woods. Whoever this night circle is has a bounty on you.
What? And she's going to grab it out of your
so
hands.
I'll pass it around, but I'll describe it for the listeners. So it says the professor has interest in the collecting of the following people alive. They of our interest to the night circle. And it's got a picture of Woods, clearly Woods, because it says Woods, and then it says it has just person A 3 times and then image of person. So I don't know
Yeah.
if that's just whoever she's
Yeah, it
with.
would just be 3 other people that you guys wouldn't know who they are.
and then it's signed General Ivanir with your crescent moon symbol.
What do you mean and she like snatches it out of your hand?
Paper cut. Ow.
What? I mean, yeah, I guess that's supposed to be me. Right. Do I look like that?
That look. I thought that was pretty accurate. I could tell right away that was you.
Is.
Plus, it had your name above it.
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely me. Those are my pants. What?
Well, this is the second bounty we've found.
So this guy wants me alive? Okay, so for me, do I know, like that crescent moon, that was given to me by Lucha.
Correct.
When I had the vision, when Lucha came to me and I saved my people back in the Del Rey Sanctuary, I came to it and I had this necklace around my neck with that crescent on it. So do I know who this person is?
You do not. But also the symbol of the night circle. It has a crescent moon on it, but yours is just the crescent moon. This one finishes out the full circle and there's a star on it. So it's not quite exactly the same.
Okay.
But it definitely is a parallel kind of.
So
there.
I don't know who these people are. Captain Brand.
Where'd you get this from, Kincaid?
One of the pirate corpses had it on them.
And then one of the citizens was overhearing our conversation. Is like, yeah, that one pirate was kind of looking at it and then looking at this. What was your name?
Melwood.
Melwood. Yeah, he was looking at it and then he looks like, oh. And he kind of gets a little bit more nervous after seeing Woods on a wanted poster, but that's where he's at.
And then Kincaid's going to look at Woods, and I know you were very opposed to disguising yourself, but now I think it's imperative that we disguise you a bit more because clearly they know who you are.
Yeah, so Woods
Luckily,
is like,
we have the advantage of maybe they're not sure who me and Basso are.
Yeah, Woods now is really torn because she is wanted dead or alive by the Order. She's now wanted by this group she has no idea, but clearly they say alive, but that freaks her out in so many other ways. Like, why do they want her alive? And then on the other hand too, like Kincaid and Captain Brandon like rescued her and took her from this jail cell. She just feels like she doesn't have any ownership of herself. Like, it feels like there's all these things or people organizations that want her, take her, do all these things, so she does not feel controlled. She doesn't feel like she has any control in her life right now.
Just getting pushed and pulled around.
Pushed and pulled and like has no clue why any of the things have happened. I mean, the only thing she can explain is the fact that Captain Brandon saved her because she randomly saved his daughter.
Yep. Do you know anything about the night circle?
I don't know what that is. And she just like reaches up to her neck, which her necklace is now gone. But you guys can see like right in the like center of her collarbone, the half moon is like almost branded into that now. I don't know who these people are, but I mean, I guess we have to, do we find out? Like, or do we just continue to look for Nomis? Guys, I don't know what to do.
Kincaid wants to pull Captain Brandon aside.
Yep. Excuse me. I'm going to go talk to my first mate and try to come up with a strategy. And he's talking to Wendell at this point.
Yeah, excuse us, Wendell. I have a lot of concern. Like, there's 2 wanted posters for Woods. I'm really concerned about the elves in this town.
Yes.
One of them casts magic like I do.
Interesting.
These pirates have my coins from my homeland. Something's not adding up here.
Yes, I agree. I'm thinking the pirates are becoming more of an issue. Obviously, they are being more aggressive. I think it's time that we fortify the Jacques a little bit.
I agree.
I don't like resorting to violence, but I also need to be prepared for our livelihoods.
Well, they have ogres on their ships now.
Yes, I
and
saw.
There's the big ogre-looking captain on the other ship that I saw.
Yes.
So I don't know if... Sorry, history check. Am I used to seeing ogres on the pirate ships?
You are not used to seeing them. That was definitely stood out to you.
So this is new, so I don't know if they're recruiting or if they're using some sort of magic to control the ogres.
I will say that pirate ship that was in the bay was a lot bigger than the ones we've been running into. So maybe that was the generals, and he's looking at the symbols. Maybe that was a general ship.
Could be.
I'm not sure, but I was talking to Wendell, and he said that they do have a patch of forest that has really sturdy, thick redwood trees that would work really well for building up defenses. But unfortunately, they haven't been able to log in that area for the last couple of decades because it's been, haunted. And I hope you don't mind, but I kind of volunteered you to maybe see if it truly is haunted, and if it is, maybe figure out why.
Well, I don't mind it. I was actually We're on the same page, Cap. I actually wanted to do some recon here to figure out who these elves are, see if we can figure out who this General Ivanir is, and just learn more about our enemy.
Okay, I think what we'll do is you guys can take John boat here, and he's pointing at the pirate's boat. Take that upstream. He says that as soon as the stream turns into a lake, that is where the haunted forest is. So you just take that upstream and maybe do some recon around there.
Sure.
I'll stay here and try to help plan out the fortifications and then maybe try to get some more information about these newcomers, the elves that are here.
Yeah, they're suspicious.
And I think it would be good if you take Woods and Vasa with you, just so that I know they're with he's going to kind of take a hush tone, a capable fighter.
Well, I've seen them in action, and they're capable, but
Okay.
yeah, I definitely want to keep an eye on them and
Okay, perfect.
make sure they're who they say they are.
I agree. And I also think it's probably a good idea to get Woods further away from the ocean at this point.
Yeah, I agree. So recon meets you back here tomorrow evening.
Well, I think the haunted forest is going to take you a little bit more than a
I
day.
don't know how long.
Why don't you gather some supplies? I think it sounds like it's going to be about a 3 or 4 day trek through the woods. I'll ask around and see if I can get any more information for you, or maybe ask some of the citizens, and then we'll meet back here whenever you're done.
Okay. If for some reason you have to leave, like if things get dicey in the town and you have to leave, we'll come up with like a code word.
Okay. To tell some symbol he'll leave to let you know where he left.
Yeah, leave a trident.
And then we'll try to head back and meet back at home base.
Sounds like a plan. Okay. And he'll give the captain one of those like
Ooh,
forearm to forearm,
yeah.
like.
Very rugged.
Oh yeah, Kincaid's rugged.
So Captain Brandon will then turn around and kind of start trying to gather any information he can. And then if you guys want to, you can either talk to the citizens to gain information, or we'll fast forward till Brandon collects the information for you. It's up to you guys.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like Woods probably is going to ask Kincaid if there's a place that she can go, like just for a couple of hours and be by herself. Like she wants to change her appearance. She wants to be alone for just a little bit, because I think there's some things that just need to be fixed for her.
I respect your wishes, but also at the same time, you're being tracked by 2 groups.
You can come with me.
So I didn't know if you wanted sole privacy, but I think we need to keep at least sight on you.
That's fine. And like
or one of us needs to, while the other.
Just all of a sudden standing in like the docks in the middle of this openness, she's starting to be extremely self-conscious and starting to have some anxiety. And so she just wants to get under some sort of cover, if it's inside of a tavern, in like if there's an inn somewhere deep in a forest. Like she just wants to not be so exposed.
One of the shops that's right off of the square is the taffy shop, which would have like drinks, snacks. It's kind of like a diner type setup.
Is there like a general store or a clothing or like a seamstress?
Yes, there is the lumberjack supply shop, which would kind of be like your catch-all general store.
Okay.
It's a small town, so it's going to be multiple purposes of everything. And that was called the Grinding Axe.
Is that where we got the furniture from?
You got the furniture from Grotto Designs.
Grotto Design, okay.
I don't know why I built this town out so much, but
Hey,
well
I mean, we're going to go to it now. To the Grinding Axe I go.
Yeah, let's get you disguised. I think that's the first thing.
But I want like I want to go pick up some supplies, and then I want to go to like a bathroom, like a facilities, because I'm going to do some things.
Yeah, you guys would probably be going to the Grinding Axe anyways, because you'll need to get overnight gear for your trek through the haunted forest.
Game mechanics. Can I just roll a percentage dice after combat to see how many arrows I recover?
Normally, the way we do it is we roll a d20. If you got 10 or higher, you're able to collect your arrows. If you got less than that, you collect half your arrows.
Okay, that'll work.
Idea that the other half broke when they hit the target.
Got a 2.
Okay, so you were able to collect half the arrows that you shot last time. She's tracking arrows now.
I'm about to say,
Excuse me, I always tracked arrows. I have always tracked my arrows.
I guess you just always have had access to get more.
I know, yeah.
Okay, I was
Which
like...
I'm going to pick... one of the reasons is because I'm going to go to the Grinding Axe. I want to get some more arrows.
So you guys are going to the Grinding Axe.
Yeah, let's
Vaso,
go.
is there anything you wanted to do?
Oh, just gonna get some grub and maybe a drink and fix up his disguise.
Fix up his disguise.
Now that we got double heat on Woods now, so with double heat on her, that's more eyes on me too. So
Yeah, exactly.
Where'd your girlfriend go?
she said
sprinted off.
She said she had to go back to her encampment to make sure everything's fine there. But she gave me her cell phone.
What do you do with that?
So like, okay, so she gave me my cell phone. How long do I wait till I call her?
Oh, you're asking the wrong person.
Do I wait like 3 days or?
3 days.
Let's
No.
Let's go to the haunted forest.
3 days. 3
I,
days.
I always heard this 3-day rule thing. What's that about? Do you know?
Absolute 3 days.
I have a feeling she's going to be reaching out to you.
Yeah.
So let's go to the haunted forest.
Yeah. Let's and
See
then
if she reaches out to you, and if not,
then we can call
you're
her.
like, yeah, I was out
But do you think my cell phone?
haunting the woods.
Do you think my cell phone will work in the haunted woods?
Well, we're gonna find out.
Yeah.
Okay.
But listen, don't just keep opening it and checking it. Like if she calls, she calls.
I've never used one of these before. I don't know what's going on.
And she's
Like, so did
look
it
at
make
it.
like a noise or
Can I see it?
does it vibrate? Here.
You're going to flip it open. Oh, it's a 5G. You'll have signal here.
it's a
Hand it back.
5C.
It's a 5C.
It's a 5C.
It's a Uber clam.
You're fine. We'll just she's gonna end. Woods is just walking away. She like has so much going on right now in her mind that she can't be a part of this drama.
So you guys end up at the grinding axe, and Timbra, the female dwarf that's running it, is really excited to see you. She's able to help you out with anything that you want. You are going to get a discount because you are going to help clear out the haunted forest. So she's kind of already heard through the grapevine. So much so that she's like, oh, you're going to be going to the haunted forest?
Yes.
I may have a favor to ask you. So Thompson, my son, he was out there a few years ago, and well, he was attacked by a large monster, and kind of in the commotion, he dropped his father's pocket watch. And if you see it, maybe you can bring it back. I know it's a
Sure.
long shot because it's a big forest and it's a small pocket watch, but we would ever be grateful if you brought it back.
We will for sure keep a lookout for it.
Okay. He said this is weird, but he said that the ghost of the wood might have it.
The ghost of the wood.
Yeah, apparently when he was being attacked by this large monster, well, he said it was a monster, but it wasn't. It was kind of like in a foggy cloud, but he was getting attacked by it, and then this like light being just showed up and chased it away, and he was able to escape, but he lost his pocket watch in the commotion.
I'm just going to shoot Vaso a look, or Torchies.
Yeah.
Okay. we will definitely keep a lookout.
Woods is not paying attention.
That's fine.
What do you recommend for gear for the haunted wood?
Oh, well, you'll probably want torches, and she starts just like piling things on top of it. Probably more than you need, but also she wants to make sure you're well prepared and you're also buying things.
Yeah, it's
So a tent and some cots and like raincoats, and you need like 5 canteens, and she just keeps piling stuff
In the
up.
middle of this, Woods is gonna walk up to her and say, "Do you have any any clothing dye?"
Clothing dye? Yeah, I think we've got some.
Okay, can you just point me?
I think you just have black.
I need red.
You need. I don't have any red really.
Or do you have any cranberries or any pomegranates? Any like
I have some raspberries.
or flowers? And then she looks over at Kincaid.
there's some ogre blood near the dock inn.
Didn't we bring flowers? Didn't we bring from the shipment? Didn't we bring flowers for Dot?
I'm sure there would have been stuff in the shipment.
And you guys were actually bringing clothes on your shipment, so you definitely would have probably something in there.
Okay.
But at this point, it would be in her hand, so you'd be purchasing it.
Okay, that's fine. I'm looking for something to dye my pants is what I'm trying to do
Gotcha.
instead of buying new pants.
I'd say Kincaid would probably know of something on the ship, since they do particularly dye clothes. They
Yeah.
probably have.
Some sort of flour or some sort of something I can grind up and do.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I'm sure you'd be able to figure that out if you're trying to dye your pants red.
I am.
Okay.
I'm also going to ask her if she has, or I guess I'm going to look around. This is what I want. I want glasses. Do I find a pair of reading glasses or glasses?
They'd have that there.
Do they happen to have a pair of red ones?
Sure, they can have a pair of red ones.
Perfect.
Going with the red theme here.
She is.
Going with the red theme here. Okay, so she's going to grab a bunch of stuff and then kind of just head into the back storage room and totally not even ask, just walk in the back and
She's not
change.
gonna do anything.
Okay. And she's going to shout it from the back, "I need more arrows."
Tack on some arrows.
Okay. She puts down 20 arrows. A quiver. If you're
Perfect.
playing any RPG game. Quiver arrows, 20.
20.
Yeah,
And
good.
it weighs like 30 pounds.
Yep.
I'm going to put it in my bag of holding.
All right, Kincaid's gonna pull out his coin purse,
Cover whatever the cost
whatever
would
it
be.
is.
Yep, we don't track money here.
Bosto's he's gonna make sure there's.
Yeah, what do you
plenty of-
want?
There's
Kincaid's
gonna
buying.
be plenty of snacks because we don't want
Hangry Woods.
we don't want Woods to be
Woods
cranky.
hears this from the back and she is just so touched because she is so, oddly enough, she's so stressed out. Like she's not even thinking about food. And she realizes at that moment that she's hungry. So she's going to eat something from her purse.
Hey guys, it's Mike, your host and Dungeon Master at Carriage Rest Tales. I just want to say thanks for spending the time listening to us on our podcast. It really just means a lot to us. If you are enjoying this content, please like and subscribe to this channel and we'll pass this along to your friends so we can grow our listenership as well. You should also check us out on our website at carriageresttales.com. At our website, you'll be able to access some of our additional content, such as our one-shot episodes, but you'll also be able to see some of the information on how you can get a hold of us, either through social media or email. As always, thanks again for being a listener, and don't be a stranger. We'd love to hear from you. Enjoy the rest of the show. So you collect everything and then you're wandering around. I'm going to just give you guys a little bit more information as you're kind of walking around the town. You're going to be approached by a gentleman and he's going to let you know that he would like you to also, you heard you're going to the haunted forest. And he tells you a story about how his daughters, Ivy and Lynn, were playing in the woods and they were told not to cross the river, but they did. And then they were attacked by what they described as maybe some undead hounds, but they were kind of in this like black fog that traveled with them. And well, they were circled and fearing for their lives, but then this golden spirit kind of arrived and distracted the hounds long enough for the girls to escape. But the girls said they dropped one of their looking glasses and a hairpin. And they're wondering if maybe you can retrieve that for them. I know it's probably a long shot, but you know, if you're in the dark woods and you see it.
Sure.
And I'll say that as you guys are walking around, you probably get approached by about 4 or 5 people with very similar requests. Every one of them is talking about being attacked by some creature that was more shadowy, kind of a fog surrounded around it. And you guys immediately already pick up that that's a Denoa that was attacking them. But they also were all saved by some sort of creature. And it always kind of changes what it looked like, but it was always described as a creature of light. Some of it have been calling it the ghost of the wood. The other thing that might stand out to you is they always lost something as well. So they're always looking for hairpin, pocket watch, looking glass, letter opener. You know, like they all lost some small trinket in the interactions, which would stand out to you.
Why are all these people going to the haunted wood in the first place, if it's haunted?
I mean, if it's forbidden, that just makes people want to do it more, right?
You would put together, it's mostly children.
Yeah.
Woods is going to catch up to you guys and kind of walk behind you and say, okay, will this work? When you turn around, she has completely shaven her head bald because she used to have like an afro. So she has shaven her head bald. She has on these darker red glasses that completely kind of take over her face, if you will. You've noticed that her freckles, she had 3 beauty marks on the top of her cheek, are now covered up, so those you can no longer see. She is fully clothed. You guys are used to just seeing her in kind of like a vest, but she has a long black sleeve shirt on. Her pants have been dyed red, and they're tucked into her boots that are laced up to her knee. So instead of this like flowy, whimsical kind of outfit, she's trying to really just look completely different.
What, is that you?
Yeah, okay, well, so will this do?
That'll work. I think it'll definitely work, but we need another name for you. We can't just keep calling you Woods out in the open.
Lumber?
Just call her Red.
Red's a good name.
Mineola or Cypress. So she was born Mineola Cypress, and then on her elven name day, she changed her name to Melwood Cypress. Then as she entered the Delring Sanctuary, she was renamed Melwood Del Rey. But when she left the Del Rey Sanctuary, she was stripped of her Del Rey title, so she just goes by Woods.
So Red.
Red.
What's up, Red? Yeah, we're calling you Red.
Okay, that works. And she's like, fine.
You guys are able to collect your supplies and you, I assume, just throw it in that John boat that you're going to take up river. And you've got 4 or 5 people that have given you random quests to pick up items that they have lost by the haunted forest. And you guys are ready to push off and head upstream, unless there's anything else you wanted to do inside the town.
No, I'm
No, I mean, well, Mel was going to... Did we get food?
I got you. And then Vata just hands her some snacks.
Oh my God, she's going to like wrap her arms around him.
You all have the weirdest relationship.
You know.
It's...
He just... no, come on.
I
And
don't
then
know.
she's going to like reach up and grab Kincaid. So now both of her arms are on both the guys, and she's going to be like, just Welcome to the team, buddy.
Kincaid's going to be like one of those kids that their great aunt comes to visit and hugs them, and they're just like, I don't know what to do here.
Just like squirming out of the way.
Just like, okay. Pat you on the arm.
So,
okay, Red.
What are we doing?
I'm going to the haunted forest.
Why?
Or haunted woods.
Captain Brandon wants to fortify the town and the ship. There's some special lumber we need to get, but it's haunted. But I figured...
Is it like really haunted?
It's Dunoa.
Oh.
So...
But it seems like there's a torchy looming around out there, too.
Yeah, they keep talking about a light guy or light something coming in and scaring away the darkness.
But this might tie into the elves, too. So let's check this out and then check back with Captain Brandon. Go from there.
Okay, let's go.
So you guys push off and you are rowing upstream. It's not like a torrent, so it's pretty easy to row upstream. Go ahead and everybody roll a d20.
15.
18.
So Ryan got the highest, so he gets to tell us what our random encounter is going to be.
Oh, yay.
I forgot about this.
Yep, you are on the boat kind of rowing upstream. You have left the town. You're now getting into some woods. You're not quite in the dark forest yet, unless you want to be for your random encounter.
No, this will be fun. All right, let's do it.
We need to look. Random encounter. Like some sort of like jingle.
It was a random encounter. All right.
We only
So I'm
had
gonna
a
roll.
bard.
Kincaid got sad all of a sudden.
For some reason.
For some
The
reason.
person he doesn't know. I don't feel like I should be here right now.
All right. So I'm going to roll a d20 first. Let's see what I roll. A 13.
So a medium.
A medium severity. And I'm going to roll a d12. That is a 1.
So full engagement.
And a d4. 3. Midday.
So you guys pushed off, we'll say around noon, and you're on the road or on the river for about 3 or 4 hours.
And then something happens that's a full engagement. It doesn't have to be a battle, though, right?
It doesn't have to be a battle, but it has to be of a medium severity. So you lose supplies, or you do get into battle and you lose hit point. You know, like some reason it's a severity of medium, and you're fully engaged in whatever happened.
Okay, so we take a break. So we're rowing, we need a break. So we each go off just to stretch, use the bathroom. But all those snacks that Basso had to get attracted a bear. And the bear came in and ate all of the jerky.
He said medium, not deadly.
He
Not all of it. Half of it?
We had to shoo him off, but he did rummage through the snacks.
You did rummage through the snacks. That's unfortunate for Woods. She's going to be a little cranky now. But I think that's a good random encounter.
We didn't lose hit points or spells.
You're going to lose hit points
We just lost
and
some
spells.
snacks. You're in the forest. You're an elf. Shouldn't you be like collecting berries and hunting wild game? And I'll catch us some fish.
Kincaid, I thought that, like, why would you just leave them in the open? Aren't you like a pirate?
It wasn't me that ate the snacks.
Yeah, but
I
who
didn't
just
ask
leaves the things here? We're in the middle of a forest. Why didn't you, like, secure them better?
It wasn't mine.
Absolutely
secure.
ridiculous.
I'm
And
gonna
Woods is going to get
I'm going to say it
in.
wasn't Kincaid, probably, because he
I
wouldn't
didn't
care
go.
about the snacks. It would have been Vaso for sure.
No, she's going to blame Kincaid. In her
That's
mind,
fine.
it's him. So get in. Just get in, and she's going to just start rowing. She, like, takes the oars, and she's pretty upset.
You're turning red.
Yeah, well, this is nothing.
You fed the bears. It's circle of life.
The daggers in her eyes are throwing at you currently.
What are you guys planning on doing? Are you going to go all the way to the haunted forest tonight and camp in the haunted forest? Are you going to stop just short of it? What is your plan for me?
I think we need to rest. Maybe get a little short rest in.
Okay, so
I
we'll
need
say
to recoup some spell slots.
sounds good.
And maybe not go into the haunted forest at night.
Okay, sounds
Yeah.
Yeah.
Unless y'all want to.
You're smart.
I mean, y'all are the torchies.
Is
You tell
the
me.
haunted forest pretty dense? Like, there's not going to be a ton of sunlight?
good. Yes, the haunted forest, as you're going upstream, it is getting denser and denser.
So you guys will notice that Woods has been acting kind of weird during the day. It feels like anytime there's like a lot of sun, she's having like a hard time seeing and kind of like squinting a lot and just a little bit more foggier and confused than usual.
So you guys find a nice little alcove that you can rowboat into. You anchor it down, and then you guys can start setting up camp.
Okay, where's this fish? You said you like Mr. Pirate Fisherman. I'm ready. I would prefer salmon or sea bass.
I was all about to start asking you if you were okay, and then full-fledged attack on the fish. You forget it.
Hey, Kincaid, see what happens when she doesn't have snacks. That's why I got the
I
snack.
get it.
That's why I got the snack.
I get
early.
it now.
But just FYI.
Okay.
Just so you know.
It's noted.
She's like a baby. You have to constantly feed it. And,
Yeah.
Oh,
You know.
she is just so annoyed with the two of you.
Get a little,
She's
get,
good
get a
at-
little cranky.
Go
Yeah.
start like a fire.
All right.
Oh, wow,
you start it up. And then you realize that the firewood you have not collected is starting to burn down real fast. So your fire's out at this point because you don't have any firewood. You guys haven't done anything for the camp yet. So what are you planning on doing for this camp setup?
Well, Vasto, he's going to go out and find some firewood.
Okay, sounds good. Kincaid?
Kincaid, being slightly paranoid, is going to try to set up some like alarms or something.
So you're going around doing the Hermione Granger of setting up all the...
Yeah, maybe like some tripwire type stuff with some tin or something that rattles just to help us hear if anything's
something sneaks
coming.
up on you.
Yeah.
Sounds good. And then Woods, what are you doing?
I guess Woods will probably just, if Voss is going to get firewood, Woods is going to like clear the area, probably unload the things. We evidently have a tent, and Lex is going to start setting all that stuff up, and probably walk around while it's still dusk and try to find something for us to eat. So like berries, all the things, and also probably might do a little fishing.
There is a fishing pole, I assume would be on the boat, so you'd be able to find a
Yeah.
fishing pole. As you guys are going about doing your stuff, Vaso, you are out in the woods, kind of by yourself, picking up firewood, and at one point you kind of trip and lose your footing. It's nothing serious, but you just kind of, and you start trying to get yourself up, but then a hand reaches down, like trying to help you up. And what you notice about this hand is it is very bright, and you look up and it's just this humanoid creature that is just solid white light. It's reaching down just to help you up.
He's going to like kind of back up like, excuse me. Like he doesn't know what to say. Like he's kind of speechless.
After the entity sees you stand up, it kind of does a bow, then turns and just walks back towards the haunted forest.
Do I recognize his face at all, or?
You do not.
Excuse me. Can I talk to you for a minute?
It doesn't slow down. It just keeps walking into the woods and slowly gets further and further, and you're starting to lose it through the trees as it's moving through deeper and deeper to the woods.
Looks like the bard has done it again. What a splendid crowd y'all have been. Thank you so much for joining us here at the Carriage Rest Inn.
Hey guys, it's Mike, your host and Dungeon Master of Carriage Rest Tales. I just want to say thanks for taking the time to listen to our podcast. It really means a lot to us. If you are enjoying the content and you haven't already, please give us a 5-star review. It's really going to help us grow our listenership and be able to reach more people. I also want to give a special thanks to Tabletop Audio for providing the background music for today's episode.